right, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, what's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? It's your guy G, the number one Cowboy fan. Hampton coming at you live, direct, and correct with some more news. That's right, I said more news. And here we are on Mic'd Up Monday. So give it up. I just said that wrong. It's Monday night, Mic'd Up. Yeah, I said that wrong. So anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. This ain't y'all first rodeo. Y'all know I be chopping it up sometimes. So yeah, here we are. Monday night Mic'd Up. So let's give it up one more time. But anyway, so yeah, we doing what we always do on Monday nights. We go over some certain topics tonight. And tonight, before we get started, we got to go through our formal introduction. So we got to give thanks to all those that have subscribed to this podcast, and we give thanks to you guys, because without you guys, this is definitely not possible. So we want to say a big thanks to Cowboy Huddle Podcast, Facebook, Cowboy Fan 365, We Them Boys, 520 Boys, Queen of Honor by Cowboys Fan Club Mexico, Cowboy Fan Zone 24/7, Guadalajara, Hard Hitters, and One Star One Family. These are all Facebook social media groups that share our content in their group. So let's give it up. All right, and we keep moving right along, because we're not going to keep you here long, but we got a big surprise for you guys tonight. So I'm glad you guys are sitting in tonight. But before we do that, we also got to go into our other promotional. And that's right. The Cowboy Huddle Podcast does have apparel. That's right. We have a Cowboy Huddle podcast apparel here. So it's great for tailgate parties, home games, as well as away games. Visit our website at www.cowboyhuddleapparel.com. Give it up. And again, thank everybody that has purchased our apparel. We really want to thank you guys for your participation and your support, because hey man, I'm telling you, we just been a small time podcast, but we're growing. We are definitely growing. So with that being said, now I did promise you guys that I had a treat for you guys tonight, and we do have someone in the background in the green room right now, and they have decided to come on and hang out with us. They are locals. They from the Funk. That's right, Fort Worth, Texas. Give it up. And they are the parents of Byron Vaughn. Byron Vaughn has just been added to the Cowboys roster. So at this time, I would like to invite Paul and Natalia Vaughn to the show. Bring them on. All right. Moderator finna bring them on just a minute. There we go. How y'all doing? Y'all doing okay today?
We're doing good. Now listen, before we move forward, it's Vaughns.
What's an S?
Did I not say S? Vaughns?
You were saying Vaughn.
You've been cutting us off. We plural.
And you're so right, because I made sure when I put the cover on here, I made sure the S is on there. So right, believe me, I did it right, but I got to make sure I pronounce that right.
That's right.
All right. So how y'all? So if you guys don't know, this is the Vaughns family. They are the parent of Byron Vaughn that comes out of Balaam. We're gonna get into that in a minute, but we're gonna go right down the itinerary right quick. So I guess my first question to you guys: how are y'all feeling right now at this moment, knowing that your child has been picked up by the Dallas Cowboys?
Come
on, man.
I don't know. Listen, I really don't know. You don't know how to feel. Of course, you're excited. You're proud. You're ready. You're ready for it as an undrafted free agent. You're ready for it to be like, you want to fast forward to roster. So, I mean, I'm just excited. We got a bunch of stuff going on over here. So we just try to move forward each day. We pray for Byron. We're excited. And sometimes I don't even think about it. I look up and somebody asked me that question, like, how you feel? And I was like, I don't know. Yeah.
It's still trying to sink in right now, I guess, right, Paul?
I think it'll sink in when we see him when I see him in a uniform.
Yeah. Well, he's already in a uniform, Mom. I mean, he has a number. Yeah, he has a number. Come on now. Come on, he's in. He is in. Give it up. He is in. Yes, he is in. We already claiming that. He's in. He got a jersey, he got a helmet, and he's on the team. So that's all we want. How you feeling, Pops?
Similar to what Mom said, the first day, the emotions. Now it's kind of like we're just kind of waiting, right? I'm looking out for, I'm searching the internet, every day, all day for stories and stuff like that, the natural stuff, right? But just excited, man, excited for what's to come. I mean, he's getting that playbook, and he's just excited to be there. So, we believe in his abilities, right? So we just on for the ride.
That's right, man. That's right. So how is Byron feeling right now? I'm sure y'all talk to him pretty much daily, right?
Yeah, well, the first few days for sure. He's getting, he can settle in now, right? So it's just, he excited. That playbook, it's an adjustment, right? So
Yeah.
just really just getting adjusted, just being excited, being taking advantage of the opportunities, being willing to serve in any capacity he can to be an asset to the team. So he's just, he's got a positive attitude. He's excited for the opportunity, and I mean, he ready. He's anxious, man.
Oh man, so yeah, we gonna show some video, and this for all those that is watching this video. Yeah, I got just in case you don't know who he is. This is my job as a podcast. This is what I do, and again, he's from my hometown. So yeah, we are going to promote him to the fullest. Give it up one more time. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do because he's from my hometown, and yeah, so yeah, we got a lot to do here for Byron. So let me ask you this: so have you guys been out to the facility yet, or have y'all met any coaches yet, or how has that gone for you guys so far?
Not since not since the actual draft had been picked up. We went out there before, to the Dallas Day and things like
Okay,
that. Not since actually he's gone to camp.
okay. Well, I'm sure y'all geared up. I'm sure y'all ready, right?
Oh yeah, we gonna get some things here and there, but we ready. We stay ready. We close enough.
Close
I
enough.
know
That's
you're
right.
right. I know you're right. So and here's the deal, man. I'm looking at this kid's bio, man. This guy here, man. So the honors that he has, he was the Mountain West Championship Game Defensive MVP in 2021. Okay, we gotta give it up for that. Big 12 Commissioner's Honor Roll in 2020. Give it up for that. Say, man, this guy here, and I go down to his high school, Paul and Natalia, and I'm looking at this guy. Now they said he was a three-star prospect, which my son was as well, but they said he was rated 361 nationally, number 26 as an outside linebacker, and 53rd best recruit in the state of Texas, according to 247sports.com. Listed at number 41 in Austin American Statements, found 55. Chosen to the 2017 Super Team by Dave Campbell's Texas Football. Named unanimous first team All District 8-5A in 2017, an outside linebacker at Eastern Hills High School in Fort Worth, Texas. Played in only 5 games as a senior due to an injury, but still had 51 tackles, which included 8 sacks and 12 tackles for loss to go along with 15 quarterback hurries, 4 forced fumbles, 1 interception, and 4 pass defended. Selected first team All District 8-5A. Y'all got to bear with me for a minute because it's long. In 2016, and he posted 27 tackles for loss, 9 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions as a junior. Come on now, give it up for our guy. So now, and I say that to say this. So as a kid coming up in sports, Paul and Natalia, how was that? When did he start in sports? Well, how old was he when he started?
He was 4. He started with Blue Raiders, Coach Corey.
Oh my God, Corey Ellis.
Yes, Corey Ellis.
Give it up for Corey Ellis.
Actually, a picture of Byron and Corey's oldest son. I don't want to mess up his name because it's been a while. They went to 6 together, so they used to be buddies. But he started flag football there while we're the Blue Raiders, and then he moved to North Crowley with an uncle. And then when we moved to East Fort Worth, we took him to the Fort Worth Almighty Fort Worth Falcons.
Oh wow, give it up. I coached years with Corey Ellis. I was at Blue Raiders for several years. I was with Blue Raider when they was, way back in the 80s. But anyway, a long time ago. But so as a kid, so did he also always play defense, or was he a kid that just was all around player, or how was that?
Out there,
he played. I mean, he played everything. Like most kids, he played running back, quarterback, some lot of defense. He's always been very defensive minded, but he played pretty much all over the field. You know, if you needed a big play, you throw him on the offensive side. He played running back, he played receiver. So we got some old highlights on Facebook back from the Falcon days. That you know, we kind of traveled.
That was you. Was you used the camcorder then, wasn't you?
Camcorder. That was before cell phone video, right? That was a camera. That when you had to take come home, put it together.
The DVD. We got DVDs.
Break them down.
Yeah, we got DVDs.
Snap them off.
The DVD players too. But you know what? I tell you what, man. We had to get good at that, man. Trying to watch the game and record at the same time, brother. That wasn't an easy job.
He don't have no footage. He don't have no footage, and all my footage end with a screen, a move. You got
to mute the audio.
The audio.
You know, because you're like, oh man, I can't believe I said that. I can't put that.
Dude, the players downfield, and we got the camera back over here, and we, you know, and people are trying to look around the corner, trying to. So yeah, it's not an easy task, but I guess after so long, you get used to, you know, of knowing that, hey, I got to get this in order for me to sit back and watch it, right?
True.
So he moved on. So Byron moved on from Pee Wee football, then he moved up into high school. And how was that experience going into high school for Byron?
Where did he come from?
Well, he went to YMLA for middle school, played football there, had some really good games, and then he went to Martin originally for high school. Played at Martin about 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, freshman.
Yeah.
JV, a little bit of varsity.
Right, and then, you know, it was time to come back home. Came to the east side, went to Eastern Hills halfway, probably like 3-4 games into his junior year. And it just got shining, right? And then everything came through, and he went to Eastern Hills, and, you know, he was just playing ball. He was in his element. You know, the school, I feel like everything just was a perfect timing for that. And he just went to Eastern Hills, and, you know, and he played really good his junior year.
Yeah.
And that was a year that Eastern Hill happened to move up. So they're playing the Grapevines. They were a smaller school, but they're playing a lot of big schools, the Collegeville, the Heritage, the Grapevines, all those type schools. And then the senior year, that's when he started getting his offers, I think, the junior year. Texas. Oklahoma State was the first offer.
Really?
They just Oklahoma State. Yeah, Glenn Sanders was the defensive coordinator up there at Oklahoma State. That was the first offer. And then the offer started coming in. Decided to go with Texas. His senior year, he was doing really well. He broke his clavicle.
Dislocated.
He dislocated. So he had his clavicle against Southwest, like early game. So, you know, he played maybe the first 2 games, and then he missed the whole season. Came back and played like the last 3 games. So, you know, it's kind of hampered his senior year. But hey, it was meant to be. And then he ran track after that. He finished up with the track season, playing baseball. So that's kind of what happened. You know, he went from Martin to Eastern Hills, had that injury, but he already secured his scholarship, and then he went to Texas.
Man, that's great. And you I guess you all know how busy it can be coming recruiting time. So you know, I'm sure you got all these different schools coming at you, and you know, and then they come into the basketball game, they come into track, you know. Yeah, all that stuff. So, and I know with me and my son, you know, he had several offers. I said, look, son, we got to narrow this thing from 5 teams to your top 3. So, you know, so how was that process for you guys? How did y'all decide where y'all was going to actually end up going to school? Oh, look at that. I done struck it. What is that about? What happened, Paul? What I missed, Paul?
Yeah, listen. So you know how the recruitment process is. It's a lot. It's a lot. And, you know, you go on the visits and everything is shiny. You know what I'm saying? Everything is shiny. It's shiny. We did a couple of visits to a couple of schools. And then once we went to Texas, it was kind of one of those things. Like, at first I did say, let's visit another school beforehand, but Byron and myself were locked in, and I did some heavy recruiting for that class. And we just locked in. Like, he kind of shut everything down. And from then on, it was just like, we're visiting Texas. Like, we're at UT, like, anytime somebody has an official, like, we're there. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're just visiting Texas. We're locking into the staff, locking into the school. So it wasn't a lengthy. Once he got to senior year, and he kind of was like, "No, I'm done. Like, I want to shut this down." The rest of it just kind of became getting to know where he was going to be at.
Right.
Because
Okay.
he
Okay. Well,
pointed me out
that's
instrumental.
great. So wait a
Yeah.
minute, Paul. You pointed at your wife for what? Did I miss something? 'Cause-
Well, I mean, they just, I was more like keep the options open, but he really fell in love with Texas and the staff. And actually, it's crazy because at that point in time, got to take the viewers back. That's when A&M had Sumlin, but that was right when it was kind of like the talks of
oh yeah.
how to get let go. So we went down there and visited them, and then and I think the next week or so, the Texas visit was coming, and that's when they had just fired Charlie Strong, right? And so yeah, I was like, man, well, anybody deal with that, like, because you hear what
Yeah.
they did him wrong, this and that. So we went in there. I was kind of like, we'll take the visit, but being a black man, just being honest, like, hey, man, they just fired Charlie Strong, whatever that was.
Yeah.
You come to find out Carl Turner was a good guy. So that was an initial thing, and we went down there, and the staff was on it. The kids were running around, had a good time, and they had a really good time, and Byron just felt comfortable. So he really
Yeah.
shut his recruiting down really, really early, man. Like it was, hey, I'm cool. He never liked all the fanfare. Like he's good with that. He don't need, how you see the kids now that put out the top 20 and top 10 and top. Like
Yeah.
he never was like into that. Like, okay, I found where I want to go. I'm cool. We can shut this down and let's move forward.
And and I guess and that's one thing because you don't you want your kid to choose the school for themselves, but at the same time, like being in Austin, that's not too far, but it's
Right.
not too close. He
Right.
wasn't too far where you couldn't get to him if you need to. If he need his mom and dad, you could get to him. So and that plays a major part too.
Right.
So versus our son going to Texas Tech, it was 4 hours, but we could still get to him. So
Right.
I guess you could consider that. So which that worked out great, knowing that he was a couple of hours away. So, but now he experienced and he headed west after so long. So
Way west. Way west.
Utah.
not just west side Fort Worth or Weatherford, right? What?
Way west.
Way west.
Utah west.
Sight unseen. COVID had happened. Sight unseen. Couldn't take a visit. It was where we were at. Coach Anderson was giving him an opportunity. Y'all didn't get to experience the transfer portal and the option.
Right.
If something either wasn't working out or you possibly thought you needed a fresh start, and that's, and Byron will tell that, so I'll only talk about what Byron has already discussed. Need a fresh start, getting dropped off in Austin. I think Byron was 17, then he turned 18.
Yeah.
We kept a tight rein. You know what I mean? So he has some maturing that we wish he would have did faster, but it's fine. He didn't. It's fine. He worked himself, out of a place, and we said, hey, if you want to go into the portal, we'll support it. And Anderson was actually at Arkansas State. So it wasn't like a plan for Utah State. It was like Arkansas State. And then he took the job at Utah State. And we ain't never been to Utah. I don't even know nobody in Utah.
Right.
And so, listen.
That was experience.
Byron has the personality of you can kind of drop him anywhere and he's going to make a friend, adapt, find something to do. He started snowboarding in Utah. He was excited, but when you get there, have you ever been to Utah?
No.
Listen, it's beautiful. The mountains are breathtaking.
I've heard. Yeah, I've heard.
It's unreal. It feels really unreal. So we went, I think, 3 times maybe. Yeah. But we put them on a plane and just
that was expensive.
Send them up there sight unseen. And and at first, we were like, Byron, you're not worried about the team, the record before. He was like, no, I don't care. I'm gonna go up there and do my thing. And they went up there and they turned that team around for that first year.
Sure did.
And he played the second year, and then we were like, do you wanna get somewhere a little bit, a little bit more exposure?
But let me say this here. Sometimes these kids, and that's the good thing about the transfer portal, because if you're not getting a playing time, or if, like we talked about, Charlie Strong said that was the same thing with Brandon. He had a chance to go to Arkansas, but Houston Nutt, which we was close to going to Arkansas, but the thing about it, we didn't know if they was going to resign Houston Nutt again. And sure enough, guess what? That was the whole reason we was going. So things like that happen. So now you're under a different system, this not what I come here for. So the transfer portal can have its goods, because now he can go somewhere and showcase his talent somewhere else because it might not fit in this system. Yeah, this is not what I signed up for. So he gets that opportunity to go somewhere else and actually get more playing time, pad his stats, like he has, and so yeah, I think that's a good thing. So I'm guessing he had a great experience at Utah and everything, right?
Oh yeah.
He did. He loved the mountains. I think when he retires, he might move like to the mountains. But he did good up there. He really he excelled up there. He did good. He did good football wise. He definitely did.
So did he get homesick and say, you know what, I'm coming back to Texas?
Coming home was a business move. He did not get homesick.
Okay, it was a Belkaya. He was liking it out there, huh?
Yeah. Well, he always wanted to still be able to showcase he could play at a Power 5 level, right? Having that option to get back closer to home, right?
Yeah.
And we could actually watch his final year of college football without having to get on a plane and then get a rental car and drive another hour and get a place to stay. It became a lot. So, he decided to come back home, and he was an hour down the street, right? We can get out and go to all the games that were at home, and hey, it just worked out. It just worked out. And I'll say this, though. I know a lot of times on these podcasts and in these comments, these fans are always dogging out the transfer portal. Hey, look in my face, okay?
wait, hold on. I'm finna bring you on. Hold on. Come on, let him have it. Go ahead.
Transfer portal does not necessarily mean that a kid does not want to compete. It doesn't mean that the kid is chasing NIL. It's no different than you at your job and another opportunity comes up. I would say this, the transfer portal, everybody doesn't do it for the right reasons. We know that, but it does give options to these young men who may have, and sometimes self-inflicted wounds, right? And, it just gives them options to go into to continue a career instead of just ending up stuck in a place forever. So we got to be very careful on how we just dog out the transfer portal. And even in the situation when we're saying they don't want to compete, right? Well, if you're at a job right now, and I'm going to get this off and I'm going to let us go back to it, right? But if you're at a job right now and there's 3 people in the department, or let's say it's 5 people in the department, and the top 2 people every month get a bonus, right? And they say, well, I'm going to bring in 10 people, but still the top 2 people going to get a bonus. Company B down the street says, hey, look, you can come work here in the top. You're going to be 5 people in the department, the top people get a bonus, right? So what do you do? Do you leave there because you don't want to compete?
Come on now.
Or you just say, man, it just makes sense. Let me just, I want to compete, but I'd rather just get my money and still be at the top. So I'm not using that in money NIL stance. I'm just saying a lot of times people say they don't want to keep competing. They don't want to compete. Well, at your job, do you want to compete with 40 people if you don't have to? Or do you want to just say, hey, man, you know what? I can go down here and I can still have my same production and they'll take care of me. So Byron's never been scared to compete. I'm just saying that people are quick to say about the competition thing. And I think the transfer portal just allowed these kids, I think it made coaches more responsible. And now some of these kids, I think they jumped in it premature, right? I think that some cases, you let your emotions, you can't be emotional. Sometimes some cases you let your emotions dictate that, and then you get stuck in that thing. And now you're like, well, man, I was this close to my degree. And young men, if you pass your sophomore year and you hadn't graduated, you must understand that your hours got to transfer.
Yeah.
See, these are things that people don't talk about. You get stuck out there.
You're going to bring them back on later on for a whole nother conversation.
Your hours got to transfer, man.
Whole different. Yeah, we got something else to talk about.
You get stuck because you got into your emotions. Now you're looking at you got to lose all these hours, or the school you really wanted to go to, you didn't make sure they had a major that's going to transfer. So you got to make sure. Now, say when you early freshman year, sophomore year, those are pretty much generic classes. They transfer. But when you start getting up to that junior, senior year, you got to be so much to completion to be eligible to play. So that was my talk on the transfer portal. We can get back to it, but I'm just passionate about that because I see guys who I kind of see get stuck out there, and I see other guys who I feel like use it to their benefit and put themselves in a better position. But you got to be knowledgeable of what you're doing, man, because those hours don't necessarily transfer, and that's for sure.
Okay, so Cowboy Huddle podcast. Stay tuned for next week. We will have Paul Vaughn on, giving us a one-on-one on transfer classes. Give it up for Paul Vaughn. No, that was great, man. And you know what, man? Because see, again, we did not experience that.
That's
And
right.
some people say, "Oh, they trying to get the bread, or they trying to get the bag, or whatever." But it's like you say, it's a lot more that goes into that. And again, a kid can find himself. I don't want to be over. I want to, and you find yourself in your emotion. You get over somewhere else. Now you got this. What do you call it? This. I guess you call this reputation of, oh, this he's a bad actor. There's nothing we can do with it. And now you're stuck, like you guys were saying. So, man, that's something man, we got to talk about that on the next show. So I'm going to bring you back on, brother. But so yeah, and that's great. So and before we get into the Baylor, I got a little highlight video that I want to share with everybody. For those that are watching that don't know who Byron Vaughn is, well, I'm going to share with y'all who Byron Vaughn is. Bring it back, moderator, bring it back. All right, come on with one more there. Hey, there we go. So let's check this out. Just a little. Now y'all watch this kid. Now this is gonna be one of your future outside linebackers or defensive end. So here it is. Let's check it out.
Total yards to the Sharks 26. Greenwood flushed out of the pocket. Can't even get there. Byron Vaughns.
Look at that.
He's matched up one-on-one.
Nobody
Just close by.
Experience early in the game and early in his career in college football to say, hey, I know I can play ball here.
Smith with the timeout. Pressure comes and he's dumped. Vaughns got him back at the 15. Byron Vaughns and a lot of planes, and they're not chartered. There's all the excuses in the world, but Hawaii's not going to quit. They're going to come back and play tough. Shaker is gobbled up and sacked.
Transfers from Utah, UCLA, Texas, Michigan, Miami on their D-line. Johnson back to throw, and he's tripped up. That is Byron Vaughns, the Power 5 top.
Yeah, y'all see it first, right here.
So Martin gets dropped by Byron Vaughns.
The guy out of Fort Worth, Texas, the Metroplex, comes in hard. Transfer from Texas. Look at that inside game. One outside and the two offensive line.
Goes back to work. Two receiver. Right. Two left.
Yes, give it up for Byron Vaughn. Just a little bit. Now, that's for everybody that's subscribed to this channel. If you guys didn't know who Byron Vaughn is, tell me he cannot contribute to this Dallas Cowboy team. So I need everybody to promote this man, because we definitely can use it. And you guys already know we are thin at defensive end, and we might need another defensive end. And this guy looks like he has everything that it's going to take. So with that being said, Vaughn family, so how was your experience when you guys, was going an hour away from home to Baylor? Let everybody know what those college games are like, man. It just the excitement.
Now listen, maybe we live in a different. Okay, so let me back up, tell you my history. I don't watch football. I don't know who these college coaches are. When we went on visits, like to TCU and A&M and I mean any of the visits, I don't know any of these people. I don't know any of these coaches. I'm not gonna say I don't care. So my decision is always unbiased, right? So I don't know these players. I don't know about these. Listen, I didn't know the University of Texas was as big as it was until I found out it was that big, because I don't watch football unless Byron is playing. We have a 2-year-old.
All right. Well, give it up for the 2-year-old. Where's she? Let's see the 2-year-old.
Oh, your hair isn't calm. Can you say hi?
There's the 2-year-old. All right.
I'm gonna keep you off the camera because you don't belong to nobody. But those days, I always have. I don't want to say high anxiety, but when it starts getting stressful, I just kind of run away and I'm just kind of there. So when he says where mama at the end of the game, right? I don't necessarily have to watch the game, but this is. Yeah, this him and little brother. They're the ones. Me and the girls.
We ain't gonna talk to you. Come on, Paul. Come on, it's me and you, Paul. She don't know nothing about the football, man. I'm. Come on, Paul. Give me something, man.
You know what's crazy, right? we go to games, the Red River Ride. People want these tickets, right? These tickets are crazy.
Yeah,
we got these at the 50. My wife looking around like, it's hot out here. It's hot out here. Like, I don't know, man.
It is hot out there. Y'all know it's hot. You're right.
Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna speak for you. I think her favorite game was probably the Sugar Bowl. Well, between two, I think the Sugar Bowl and New Orleans, we had a good time.
Right.
And he was red shirted that year, but they had a really good team. And I think that the outcome of the Mountain West Championship game, it was amazing. I think at first it was I think the whole game, because they got on San Diego State pretty good pretty early. So it wasn't one of those. Most of the games are always like, we never could just get on the team. We blow people out. The games are always like too close,
right?
And you can't just get So that game, we kind of had control of the whole game. And I remember being there because we were like the underdogs, and we were in California. And anybody who knows me, like when I'm in the crowd, like I just turn into a different person. So I just had so much fun with the San Diego State fans. I was like, y'all thought they was just like shocked, and they was just like, man. And we just had. I think that was probably her funnest game. But I mean, it was just, college football is just a whole nother thing, man. I mean, when you start getting these people are, man, these fans are serious, man. Like,
but kids, they're outrageous, man. I mean, but it's so much fun.
Yeah, for sure.
It's so much fun.
College games. When you're watching your kid play, it's a little different, but just from the camaraderie, the games seem to be fun. The student body is having a crazy time. And I mean, it's loud, and it's some good times. Good times.
Well,
we got another song. We'll see what happens.
Well, I'm just gonna tell you right now. I'm glad y'all enjoyed the college level, because the pro level is a whole total different thing.
Yeah, I heard. I can imagine.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I gave up the family seats. I gave up. I went and sat somewhere else because it's like, it's like, what happened to the all the hype and in the college? We went in there with our Brandon Williams shirt on and doing the college stuff. Wearing number 59 and they wasn't doing. I'm like, well, and then it's like, what this happened? But it's an amazing experience. So with that being said, I'm not gonna hold you guys any longer. But so what are your expectations right now? And if Byron's listening, what you want to tell Byron right now as he's continue to prepare for this OTAs?
Well, our expectations, man, is for him to do what he can do to make that roster. Like, so we look at it like, and I'll be honest, people will kind of judge and do whatever, but Byron was an undrafted guy, but his talent wasn't undrafted. Right, I feel like, whatever. But he has expectations to go in there and do what he needs to do to make the roster, to add to the team. Like, he doesn't have this overwhelmed thing. He got to feel like, hey, man, like I'm here. Like, I'm ready. I mean, he's an athlete. He's tremendous. He has very, very long arms, 84-inch wingspan, and he has a motor, right? So my expectation is him to go in there and really, once he gets really comfortable with the playbook. I mean, I expect him to make some plays and to turn some heads. I really do.
Man, I tell you what, and with this Mike Zimmer defense and way it's totally different, than what we had with Dan Quinn. So I see as far as way he plays inside, outside. I mean, I see him, contributing to the defense. I mean, with what type of defense that Mike Zimmer runs. So, man, skies is the limit if you ask me. So and not only saying that, but he got plenty of time to prove himself. I mean, all he had to do is go in there and prove himself, and guess what? We got us a spot. So, and again, man, I just I'm really excited for you guys, and I know you all are excited. Mom, calm down and just relax. But and you guys will definitely enjoy yourself and grasp the moment. Or do you guys plan on going to the training camps and all?
Yeah, I mean, we'll get closer to time, but I plan on going out there to training camp.
Yeah. Now you got to go to Oxnard. Oxnard, I'm telling you, it's beautiful, brother. It's beautiful.
And then we got a friend that lives really close, Cam Rising. He played for Utah, so his family lives out there in Ventura. So he's already reached out to me about coming that way. So yeah, man, I plan on, or we'll see. We got a lot of kids, so we got to figure it out. But we'll definitely plan on getting out to training camp.
Everybody can't go
a couple of days.
Everybody can't go. I know what you mean. Well, and I understand, but like I said, I just like that drive from LA all the way up to Oxnard, that oceanside view, man. It's a beautiful. It's about an hour drive from the airport. It's a beautiful. And we always go as a podcast. We always go. So we go to Oxnard, and we also go to the Frisco. So I'm sure we'll see you guys out there. I'm gonna be, hey man, where we at? Hey, come on over. We're doing a live so you can talk about this transfer portal stuff, okay?
Yeah, man. So you go up there. How long do you generally stay?
I stayed probably about 2 or 3 days,
Okay.
And the hotels are real close. Oxnard is pretty small. It's not really big. It's a small area. Just find your hotel. And I was like always 10 minutes away from the stadium. It's an outdoor field. So beautiful, man. You guys will love it. You can be able to see the sunset. There's a beach over there. It's beautiful, and you get to stop through Santa Monica and Venice Beach on the way up there. So you guys will love it. You'll love it. Gotta go.
Gotcha.
All right. So again, guys, thank y'all for stopping through and hanging out with us. And what we're doing, we're promoting Byron Vaughns.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what it's going.
We say, Mama, put an S on it. I made sure I put an S on it. And my moderator just said, make sure you put an S on it in when you say his name. I just got a message off. But she keeps me in line. But again, hey, we're wishing you guys the best. We thank y'all for coming on. We're going to definitely keep our eye on Byron Vaughns. And we're going to definitely keep lifting him up. And as far as what we can do as a podcast, we're going to definitely keep promoting him with everything that we do. And, we'll probably show clips of him and continue to promote him on our TikTok page, our Facebook page, and things like that. So with that being said, thank y'all once again for stopping through and taking this time to hang out with us. And, what we don't say is just say good luck to you guys, and we wish you guys the best. So let's give it up for the Vaughns family.
Before we go, man, I really appreciate those words. I think my wife and I were going out to a friend's birthday gathering last week when we received the video that you put out about Byron. And I told us I want to make sure, he's a hometown guy, I want to make sure we do his interview. And I appreciate the words. Podcast, everybody's on clickbait now, and they say whatever to just get shock value. And I felt like the words that you said, they were positive, they were meaningful, and I just really appreciate you taking the time out to even just highlight him and say, hey, look, I'm praying for you. We're hoping for you. So from a father to another father, that means a lot to me. And I thank you, man.
Man, hey, we appreciate you. And before it's all said and done, maybe we can get Byron and my son and all of us get together. And maybe we can just sit down and over lunch, man, and just talk about it, and that'd be great, and Brandon probably can help him and, kind of give him some ins and outs and things like that, what to look forward to, And I'm sure he might know Overshown as well, doesn't he know Overshown?
Yeah.
So they wouldn't So this is how this thing goes. Byron is always a scenic route guy, right? Overshown and Byron went in school the same year. That's where they started together. They partners.
Oh man, yeah.
So he ended up in to say he took the scenic route, but he said, "Hey, we're in the same locker room again." So yeah, and they got to play like a lot too. It's kind of like they got a frame very long, and they got to play with fire. So the way they kind of play, I was telling my wife one day, I said, "Man, that would be exciting to be able to see them on the field together."
It's going to happen. It's going to happen, and that's who I compare him to. He plays just like Overshown. I mean, they play fast. And again, where this defense is designed, these I don't know if they're going to keep him at linebacker or defensive end. I don't know what he's going to do, but I'm sure whatever they're going to do, he's going to be a valuable asset. Way they both play. And I'm looking at him like, okay, he plays like Overshown. They play fast, and that's where their defense is set up. But yeah, so with that being said, well, I'm sure he's in good hands. And he's definitely in good hands. So. Again, I'm not going to hold you guys any longer, but again, thank y'all. And like I said, what we do here, we are sincere about it. It's not about clickbait. It's about supporting our local. We've experienced it. So we want to make sure that we was here for you guys, to support you guys as well. So, and it's been a pleasure meeting you guys. I'm sure we will see you guys again. I know we will before it's all said and done. So we'll be looking forward to seeing you guys. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. And I'll have it posted here shortly. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Y'all give it up one more time for the Vaughns family. All right, thank y'all. All right, okay, thank y'all, man. How again, if y'all didn't know who he was, now you know. Again, this is personal for me because he is a hometown kid. We experienced the same thing, but not only that, but he has talent. We went to a Fort Worth school, and I just felt it was my due diligence to basically uh, promote him. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna support him, and we're going to make sure that his name gets out there. So now you've seen the video, so go pull him up again, and do your research about Byron Vaughns. So with that being said, guys, I'm not gonna hold you anymore. Do me a favor, make sure you go down and hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell, so you will be notified when we upload the next video. So again, thank you for stopping through. And like I always say, stay safe and be blessed. Deuces.